everyone. I'm Ashley from The Hollywood Reporter, and we're here in the studio with Brandon Michael Hall.
I'm Brandon Michael Hall from The Mayor.
From The Mayor, premiering on ABC on Tuesday night. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so tell me what it's about.
It's about a young up-and-coming rapper named Courtney Rose who does a publicity stunt to promote his new rap album. And Courtney, being a very ambitious guy, he runs for mayor, and he winds up winning of Mayor Fort Gray, California.
It's amazing. Yeah. So you are not a rapper.
Maybe.
Before auditioning for this show.
I was.
Were you?
If I consider myself, yeah, I was a rapper. I had some hot bars. I was throwing down some bars. I was a part of a music group when I was 16 called the Yard Boys.
Ooh,
TYB,
okay.
yeah. Shout out to the Yard Boys. And we dropped our first mixtape when I was 16. I'm sorry. When I was 14, we dropped a mixtape.
Nice and
I was
early.
14 because 16 I moved and went to Greenville, South Carolina to the governor's school. So I wasn't as affiliated then. But when I was 14, we dropped a mixtape called the $1 Million Hit Stars, which you can still find on Dat Piff, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
And it was my first time where I got to express myself as an artist. There was a lot of things that was just happening in life, and I think for a kid, we always try to find ourselves. We try to find different outlets for ourselves to express ourselves, and rap was the ultimate expression for me. And
Yes.
so, yeah, that was
I
when
love
I
how
found
full
poetry.
circle it's come.
Oh, it has, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So when you went to the governor's school, I read that you were the first male graduate ever accepted into Juilliard.
The first black male
Oh,
graduate
watch out now.
from Juilliard. Yeah.
So, and then after that, you were on Search Party, and then you are now starring in this ABC show. So what was the audition like? I mean, did you have to do a million components?
For Juilliard or for
for
Mayor?
For the Mayor, yeah.
Yeah, the Mayor took 4 auditions. So I was working on a film called Les Bombs, and that's going to drop pretty soon. And I was sitting on set, and I got the email. The email came through, and they were like, "Hey, there's this new untitled city mayor project." And I was like, "All right, this seems cool." Scroll down, and it said political rapper a rapper turns political mayor. And I was like, all right, that's even better, rap. And they said you have to do 2 freestyles in the audition. So I said, if I don't get the acting down, I'm definitely going to get the rapping down. And so I went into Telsey office, and I did the first initial audition. Went back, and then I got a slew of notes from Jeremy Bronson. And he was basically saying, do everything different, do the entire thing different. And so I went back for the second audition, did it completely different. And then I went back and finished shooting Les Bombs. I got a call back that they wanted to see me during a Skype session. Did the Skype session, then they flew me out to LA. I got to perform in front of the entire production company and the producers and all them. And then a week later, I was writing, and I got the call.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Lots of steps.
Lots
of bars to pass. So the show also has Yvette Nicole Brown, whom we all love from Community, as your mom. And then we also have the great Lea Michele of Glee and Scream Queens. And the show is executive produced by Daveed Diggs, the Tony winner of Hamilton. So he writes all the raps for the show, and he coaches you on that. So how's that process been?
That's been really nice. Daveed and I have cultivated a really good friendship, and Daveed is a very, very specific guy when it comes to music. You know, when it comes to his art, and so he'll have me in the booth. He's even done Skype sessions as well, because he's working on his new TV show, Snowpiercer, and congrats on that, Diggs. But he's shooting in Canada, and he'll Skype in. And it's like, all right, B, let's run through this. It's like, oh, with this, you need to fix this word. It needs to be a little bit more Bay, or I need you to hit it like this. And so Daveed has been a coach on how to specifically find my voice in rap, and as Courtney Rose. And with Lea Michele and Yvette, Lea is a really great person to work with because she's so on point. She's so on point of her game, and she represents Valentina in a great light. And I'm excited for everyone to see how she shines in that. And Yvette is mom on and off the screen. Like when I moved to LA, Yvette was the first one to be like, all right, you need to get this. We need to do this. We need to do this. And she met my mom recently, and they're building a relationship. And so the relationship that you see between Yvette and I on the screen is the same one that you see off the screen. It's very authentic.
Awesome.
And I love her to death.
Yes,
so, yeah.
Amazing. Let's talk a bit more about the rapping. So the pilot gives a very, very short preview of what your rapping style is. How would you describe it? Like if you were to reference, contemporary rappers, like what can we kind of expect a blend of?
You're going to get a blend of... You know, it's not even much of a blend. You're gonna get a bass sounding show. It's gonna sound like Oakland. It's gonna be from that Northern California tip. You know, that hyphy movement that came from the E40s and the Nefteferos and the Mac Dre's. You know, because that's where David is from. And that's where his roots are. So that's what you're gonna hear a lot of in the show.
Did you know much about that specific rap scene beforehand?
To be honest, no, I didn't. And from the South, you notice like the Southern hip hop in northern East Coast, northern West Coast hip hop is very similar because of the migration that happened. But I didn't really know much about the hyphy movement, and it took Diggs and some of his other friends to get me on that tip. And watching a lot of interviews and music interviews about that. But it's a different. It's a completely different way of rapping, and I like it. I really like it.
Awesome, definitely. Also, David is known for his lightning fast rapping in Hamilton. Do you attempt that at all?
I attempted in some areas. I can't rap fast like David, but I'm working on it.
All right, awesome.
But no, I haven't I haven't attempted it yet.
Very cool. Yeah. So, did you know much about local politics before you started this show, or just even the process of getting involved in it?
Yeah. When it comes to politics in the show, I knew of the problems in my own community. The political problems of my community, I didn't really know about. But when you grow up in an environment where you see these problems constantly happen and you hear these stories from your friends, you get a tip of what's going on in your environment. And so I knew that there are a lot of social issues that are going on. And what Courtney and being a part of this show has done for me is educated me on the things that I need to know. And then from that education, I've been able to reach out and find out ways to help, find out ways to dive into my community and reach out to people and, figure out ways we can make a change. And I think that's the biggest form is just education and starting there. But yeah, that's what I've been able to do.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So we happen to live in a country where our president is from the entertainment sector, which is somewhat coincidental. There's a few references in the pilot, like, Russian hack jokes and things like that. I mean, did you mean for there to be, not you, but the team mean for there to be quite a parallel, and how do you hope it lands today?
Maybe there's a parallel. I don't know. The artist inside of me is saying that what we're doing with this is holding up a mirror and showing society what's actually going on, and also showing an alternative of what is happening. I mean, we also saw yesterday of what happened with the shooting, and prayers out to everyone that was involved. Well, everyone that is suffering and hopefully recovering from that. But we saw that there are a lot of things that are happening. We're still in a day and age in which these crazy things are taking place. And to have a young guy from the inner city come into power, knowing, like I said before, knowing that there are problems going on, just not being very much educated in it. And then through his friends and through Valentina and through his mom, he gets that education. So what we're doing is we're just holding up a mirror and we're saying that there is change that can be happen. There is a way to make it happen. And here's a possible way of doing that, So that's, yeah.
Very cool. So the show being set in the Bay Area, you were dropped there for a few days. Hanging out. What was your favorite thing that you saw there?
Yeah, Diggs dropped me in the Bay for 3 days and just left me.
But not like in San Fran.
Nah, he did. I was out during where the mission is, like the whole mission trail. He left me with 2 of his really good friends. And to be honest, the Bay is for me, it's a good blend between New York and Los Angeles. It's the city, but it's slow pace and everyone's very chill. So it was very nice. The main thing that stuck out to me is I went down to Fruitville Station. Oh, wow. And I was at the same place of where the incident happened. And so I was able to connect to that on that level and be able to bring that spirit of what we're actually doing the show for into the show, and constantly having that in the back of my mind. So that's what I've been able to. That's what I grabbed from there. Yeah.
And you're also a new LA resident.
I'm a new LA resident. I'm out in the LA.
Is shot. So how's that going?
It's good. I like LA. It's nice. It's very comforting. It's a very comforting city. I've been lucky enough to meet LA natives. So that's a big thing of they're like, yo, go here instead of do this, try this out. I still have yet to go to Disneyland. I'm going to try that out. Okay. But no, I like LA. I really dig it. I really dig it.
Cool. Favorite neighborhood of LA so far?
Ooh.
or you have a favorite like spot to eat?
Santa Monica.
Ooh, okay.
I love going to the beach. That's my new like favorite thing now. Santa Monica, walking down to Venice, and was that Manhattan Beach that's next? Because you're in that too. That's that, and there is a coffee shop that I found in my neighborhood, but I'm not gonna say what it was.
Okay, keep it a secret
Everybody
for now.
coming out there.
Yeah. So when you're preparing to shoot, is there specific rap songs you're listening to beforehand?
Yeah, I listened to E40 Sprinkle Me off of
Okay.
his album. Oh man, it's not coming off the top of my head, but I love what he's talking about in those rap lyrics, and it's very, very parallel to what Courtney's going through. And it's a song called "Sprinkle Me," and I think he's doing it with his partner that he had his rap group with, and so yeah, I like that.
Very
I like that
cool.
song.
And then because there is original music that's snippeted in the show, I mean, can we expect like some kind of soundtrack?
Absolutely, for sure. So Courtney was promoting his album. So what we're gonna do is we're also gonna promote an album too. So for every episode, there's gonna be a track that drops. So you guys can check that out on iTunes as well.
Is there a subsequent tour?
You know what?
Possibly.
If you look directly at ABC and tell them, they might say yeah.
We will work on that. All right, that's all the time that we have.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you for stopping by.
Absolutely.
The Mayor premieres on ABC on Tuesday night at 9:30. And for more entertainment news, head to THR.com. Thank you.